First look at our Easter morning AccuWeather forecast. Hi.
Hey, good morning. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Think even Mother Nature will have on some Easter pink as the sun rises this morning because there's still a little bit of a layer of cloud cover out there, but more sunshine ahead for your Easter Sunday. It was fairly gray for a lot of the day yesterday. The trade-off is temperatures will end up cooler, but this morning we didn't get the memo. It's 64 degrees right now in Central Park. This is our average high for today's date. We will cool down a little bit in the next few hours as that breezy wind brings in cooler air behind yesterday's front. You can see the cooler conditions north and west, so those are the areas the front is already impacted, and it will slide in 50s to our coastal communities later this morning. Before this afternoon, we're back in the 60s. 66 in Islip, 69 in Belmar this morning, where we're at 56 in Sussex and 40 in Liberty. It's still gusty. It's a noticeable wind out there this morning with our gust speeds 35 to 40 miles per hour. That is elevating the fire danger, and you can clearly see the cloud cover still impacting a lot of the area. But areas north of I-84 are already seeing the sunshine, and that's what the rest of us will enjoy as this front officially clears the area, bringing a little more sunshine this afternoon to go with our seasonable highs. Overall, a beautiful Easter holiday ahead of us. Temperatures aren't quite as warm as yesterday, but we'll end up still a few degrees above the seasonal average. So today, cooler but more sunshine. The early breeze that we're feeling out there right now relaxes. Overall, Easter egg hunts are a go today. Tomorrow, cloudy and cooler, and by tomorrow night, there could be a few showers in the area, but it's setting us up for a beautiful week. Tuesday through Friday, a stretch of highs in the 70s with sunshine, so make it past your gloomy Monday and things get better. I'll have that full Easter forecast for you coming up so you can make your plans. Michelle?
So nice. Thank you, Dani. I want to get back to that
Easter Sunday.
I mean, what more could we want than
That's
puppies
right.
dressed up like bunnies, right? We have multiple animals on this Big Dog Sunday, starting with Penny. Stephen Venus sent this picture this morning, and Penny actually looks to be enjoying wearing the bunny ears, which I really appreciate, because yesterday, I don't think a single cat loved it, so I love that Penny's on board. We also have Radar, Kobe, and Peanut, the whole crew dressed up as Easter bunnies, a couple of them even smiling in that picture, very sweet. And not only do we have Pippet the pup, but we have Pup the bird. So this is Big Dog Sunday and Little Bird Sunday. I don't know if you can see, but Pup the bird is actually on Pippet's head. In between the bunny ears.
I see it. Yep.
Very cute. So Bonnie, thank you for sharing your babies with us on this Sunday morning. Happy Easter. Gorgeous Easter out there. The sun is rising, painting the clouds pink. We will see a mix of sun and clouds today, and in general, cooler conditions, but with highs in the mid to upper 60s. It's seasonable. It's still pleasant, even if it's not quite as warm as yesterday. We do have a gusty wind out there this morning. It's elevating fire danger, but I'll let you know when that relaxes, so when you can head outside and enjoy these nice conditions coming up in the AccuWeather forecast. Yeah, we're starting with Piper, who is also saying hippity hop, but because Piper is dressed as a bunny, posing in front of the tulips. Danielle, what a picture. That is the cutest bunny hat ever. Thank you, Piper, for enduring that. We also have River, who's showing off River's Easter loot. I guess River already did the Easter egg hunt yesterday and was totally successful. We also have siblings Anaya and Moose from Jennifer posing for the picture. I love how Moose looks like he's smiling, right? Very cute on this Easter Sunday. Forecast today, cooler and cloudier to start, but yesterday's high was 85, so cooling down at all from that is going to feel like a big difference. But today's actually seasonable with highs in the mid to upper 60s under a mix of sun and clouds. The wind that we're feeling this morning relaxes this afternoon, and overall it is a great forecast for your Easter Sunday. Gets even better for the work week behind a cooler and cloudier Monday. I'll time out tomorrow's rain chance and let you know where highs climb for the majority of the work week and the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Andy, like, be half price already?
Listen,
you know, today
everything I wanted to get was sold out.
Really? Yeah. What's your fave?
Well, my littles, who are humongous, she likes the Cadbury eggs, not the one with the goo inside.
Yeah.
The little middle.
I don't know what that's about, but
the chocolate.
The ones that are just in the shell with the chocolate, with the milk.
I knew she was a girl after my own
Yes,
heart.
those are one of the top three, I think.
I will go through a bag a day. That is not.
It's really, well, you're feeding your soul.
Yeah. And my body. What's your favorite?
Jelly beans.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Okay. Well,
So
I
good.
think about halfway through today is when it should all go on sale. So
Yes.
I'll be waiting outside of
Love it.
every store on the Upper West Side looking for it. All right, should we get you outside?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
Easter Sunday morning. It's starting cloudy and gloomy. I know it looks gray out there. It is windy, really windy. But we actually see a really nice afternoon ahead. We just need this front to clear, and that'll help to bring in more sunshine this afternoon and settle down the wind. It will stay noticeably cooler than yesterday, but yesterday's high was 85, a little more typical of maybe July than April. So even with that drop in temperature, today is seasonable with highs in the 60s. So today, Sunday, cooler but more sun. The early breeze relaxes. I'm really thinking the weather will cooperate for any of those Easter plans, whether it's church, whether it's brunch, whether it's an Easter egg hunt this afternoon. Really does look nice because the wind will weaken and we get more sunshine. Moving into tomorrow, highs drop back to the 50s. It's the coolest day of the next 7 at least, under a mostly cloudy sky with a few rain chances tomorrow night. But behind that, we settle into a gorgeous stretch for the bulk of the work week. We're talking several days in the 70s with sunshine. And this morning, not feeling too bad. Even though it looks gloomy out there and definitely feels windy, temperatures are in a comfortable spot. Rockaway Beach at 66, East Village, Coney Island, Gravesend at 64, 62 for Fordham, Jackson Heights, and on Staten Island and New Dorp, mid-60s in Newark. Zooming out, you can see where the cooler air is filtering in from our north and west. Eventually, the rest of us will get that as well. And the front is still moving through, so it's still trying to clear out the cloud cover, still trying to filter in the cooler air, and it's still whipping up our winds. Bridgeport seeing a gust speed right now, 37 miles per hour. That is a noticeable, and I would think, nuisance wind, but the wind will weaken moving into this afternoon. One thing that the wind does is elevate our fire danger, considering how dry we are, so no outdoor burning recommended. Watch the cigarette butts. If you're grilling today, please be safe and smart, because if a fire sparks, it'll spread really rapidly, and the National Weather Service is just highlighting that fact with our low relative humidity and our gusty wind. And we do stay windy this morning, but you can see that wind speed tapering off throughout the day, so wind really isn't much of a factor in the forecast for the second half of our Easter Sunday. It's really just this morning and early afternoon that you notice the wind, and that's due to the fact that the front is still trying to move through. But as it does, it'll take the cloud cover with it, and it will settle down the wind. So although we are starting with gray skies this morning, by midday our temperatures are in the 60s with a little more sunshine. It ends up being a beautiful afternoon, even if this morning looks a little gloomy and feels a little windy. We stay very pleasant, very comfortable through the bulk of your Easter Sunday, and I hope you get the chance to get outside and enjoy, even if it isn't as warm as yesterday. Overnight into tomorrow morning, our cloud cover increases, so it does look mostly cloudy to start our Monday, and the mostly cloudy skies stick around tomorrow. It's also cooler still. In fact, the coolest day of the next week, with highs tomorrow capped in the 50s. By late tomorrow night, a few showers swing through the area. We're watching that rain chance taking us into first thing Tuesday morning. But then it's out of here, and Tuesday afternoon, we're looking at sunny skies and noticeably warmer conditions. Our highs are in the upper 70s on Tuesday, and it's not just on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're in the 70s of sunshine. Thursday, we're in the 70s of sunshine. We don't see the cloudy conditions make a comeback until Friday. That's our next rain chance as well. So lucky us, we get several days with really beautiful weather ahead this week. Monday's just a little bit of a speed bump in that with cloudy and cooler conditions. Today looks great. Mix of sun and clouds. It's on the windy side early this morning, but the wind weakens as our highs make their way to the mid to upper 60s. Tonight becoming mostly cloudy with lows in the 40s, and then tomorrow's highs, the coolest of the next week, in the 50s under a mostly cloudy sky. But I'm loving the look of this 7-day. I mean, just check out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Beautiful with sunshine and 70s. By the weekend, rain chances return to the forecast, and our highs will drop back to the 60s. That was the AccuWeather forecast. We'll be right back after the break.
Easter dogs on an Easter Sunday. Dani.
Tony, Easter has completely exhausted Maggie, but Maggie is still saying a very sleepy, happy Easter Sunday, very sweet with the bunny ears on. And James assured me that Hudson loved taking a picture with the Easter bunny, but if you look deeply into Hudson's eyes, I don't know if I believe James. He looks very concerned, like, Dad, what are you doing with me? But the picture is very cute. We have Enzo here posing for the picture, very sweet, from Jen and Jim. And lucky us, a really nice Easter forecast. No, it's not as warm as yesterday's high of 85. We're back to the 60s today, but with a mix of sun and clouds and weakening wind, this afternoon should be pretty pleasant. We're waking up to gloomy conditions and a gusty wind, but that all improves second half of the day. I'll have the full Easter forecast for you after the break.
Hey, dogs with bunny ears.
Are you saying Winston is currently plotting his escape? That's
You know,
Could be.
Look at that face.
I think
Wheels are
Winston
turning.
Is enjoying being in the Easter basket. He really is the center of attention on this Easter Sunday. Alana, thank you for putting your baby through that so we could enjoy the picture. And Milo's not wearing Easter bunny ears, but Milo is an Easter egg, and I thought that was very cute. Not only does Milo have the egg hat on, but also a couple ponytails, so styling for sure. And Rocco and Remy are actually the two happiest pups that I've seen all weekend to be wearing the bunny ears. I believe that they're enjoying smiling for this picture, so thank you so much for sharing it with us. Today we're starting cloudy and windy, and temperatures in general today a lot cooler than yesterday. None of that sounds all that great, but trust me, it's still going to be a beautiful afternoon. The cloud cover clears, the wind speeds calm, and by midday, we're looking at 60s and a little more sunshine. We do warm up again moving into the middle of the work week. I'll have the full AccuWeather forecast for you after the break.
And some big dogs with big ears.
Yes, this is an Easter edition of Big Dog Sunday with a dog named Easter. Can you believe
Come
that?
on.
What am I going to
Come
do?
on.
Not put the dog name Easter on Easter? Look how cute Sandy and Easter are posing for the picture. These are one of the few dogs that actually look excited to wear the bunny ears, and we appreciate that because we've loved seeing all of the pictures. And I think Trixie's even smiling for the picture and her Easter bunny ears this morning. Finally, magic from Diana posing in this full photo shoot after a very successful Easter egg hunt. Thank you for sharing your babies with us. This morning, we're waking up to a mostly cloudy sky and gusty wind, but the wind weakens and the clouds clear moving into midday, and everything gets better. Temperatures aren't as warm as yesterday, of course. We hit a high of 85 on our Saturday, but 60s with sunshine and calmer wind should still be pleasant enough for all of your Easter plans. We get cooler tomorrow, but a big warm up on the way for the work week. I'll have the numbers for you in the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
That's a happy man.
That is a happy.
Better get off the sidewalk. You're not supposed to be on the sidewalk.
You know,
Just a happy man singing.
you know, just put Nina's phone number in your back pocket and
Yes.
forever in your wallet, in your purse. Yeah.
Heaven
Man.
knows I have problems. But
Do
my
you really?
problems probably should be addressed by me. But Nina's incredible.
Yes, she's amazing.
Always.
It's not so easy always to get in touch with those companies
Yeah.
that are social based,
Right.
that are in your phone. So
You can track them down.
she does. Yes.
All right, let's get you outside, shall we, on this Easter Sunday? Happy Easter, happy Sunday. We're waking up to a gray, windy, and cooler start. None of those things sound pleasant, right? Well, don't worry. The cloud cover clears, the wind's calm, and the temperatures warm about 10 degrees heading into this afternoon. No, it will not be spectacular and 85 degrees like it was yesterday, but highs in the mid to upper 60s will still feel comfortable enough. Oops, there I am. When coupled with more sunshine and less wind. Right now, we're looking at temps in the mid 50s across the 5 boroughs. Keep in mind, when we started the newscast at 6 a.m., we were 10 degrees warmer. So we have seen these numbers drop quite a bit as that cooler air still starts to filter in behind the front that brought us the gusty wind as well. Off to our north and west, a little cooler, low to mid 50s in Andover and Poughkeepsie, mid 50s in the Park, 59 in Islip. Belmar still hasn't seen this cooler air, so sitting at 64. Although we are getting cooler now, we will make it back to the 60s as we head into this afternoon as these numbers finally settle down. Right now it is gusty. Central Park, Newark, and White Plains all seeing current gusts close to 40 miles per hour. It's dry out there. That includes the relative humidity. So when you have this kind of wind, it does elevate fire danger. And the National Weather Service just kind of posting this statement saying, no real outdoor burning is recommended given how dry and gusty we are. If a fire starts, it'll spread really rapidly. So please keep that in mind. But moving into the next several hours, the wind tapers off. This is as the cloud cover clears because this front is moving on. So although we are waking up to a cloudy and gusty start, those winds will calm, the clouds will clear, and by midday, things are looking and feeling a whole lot better. Already starting to see some of that sunshine in the lower Hudson Valley, that band of clouds over the metro area, Long Island, and central Jersey right now, but it is moving out. And by midday, we're seeing a little more sun. That's when temperatures will start to respond as well, and the wind will begin to weaken. So by midday, we're back in the upper 50s, low 60s with less gusty wind. And by late afternoon, early evening, it's feeling really pleasant. We're talking mid to upper 60s, a mix of sun and clouds, and wind that's light and a little bit on the breezy side, but nothing all that noticeable. Much better second half to your Easter Sunday. So brunch plans are all good. Easter egg hunts are a go. And if you're heading out to Mass, I don't see any real weather worries either. Heading overnight into tomorrow morning, we will get the increase in cloud cover. So it's a mostly cloudy start to our Monday morning. The cloud cover sticks around and the cooler conditions do as well. Tomorrow is the coldest day of the next 7. Our highs are capped in the 50s and we'll get those gray skies for your Monday. By Monday night, a few showers swing through and that could bring us some rain early Tuesday morning. But by mid-morning, the rain is moving on and Tuesday afternoon looks spectacular. We're back to the sunny skies as temperatures really take off. Our highs climb to the upper 70s on Tuesday, but it's not just Tuesday that's nice. We're seeing 70s and sunshine Wednesday, 70s and sunshine Thursday. In fact, we don't get cloud cover and a rain chance back in the forecast until we move into the coming weekend. So it's nice to see a stretch of several days of really pleasant weather ahead of us. And today is as well once we get the cloud cover out of here and the wind to settle down, and that'll happen in the next couple of hours. This afternoon, we're looking at mid to upper 60s, of course cooler than yesterday's 85, but it's seasonable and still pretty pleasant once we get the sun and calmer wind. Any plans are A-okay outside today. Tonight, we're looking at the increase in cloud cover, the cooler conditions, and cloudy and cooler in general tomorrow. Late Monday night, we could get a few of those showers, but that wraps up early Tuesday morning. And from there, 3 days with sunshine in 70s. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday look fantastic. We'll drop back to the 60s with a rain chance heading into the coming weekend. That's the AccuWeather forecast. We'll be right back after the break. Do you have a good time? We're looking at Lily on this Easter Sunday morning. Lily's saying, Happy Easter. What a sweet pup from Melissa. Oh, is that all? No, we're going backwards. Okay, sorry. I was starting with Tilly because I couldn't not show Tilly. Can you believe it? Tilly's sticking out her tongue. thinking, Diane, Mom, what are you doing with this crazy bunny? But it made a really cute picture, so thank you very much. And we also have Bianca here, who's chomping on the carrot, looking very cool in the Easter glasses and in the bunny ears. And then, yes, we have Lily, such a sweet baby, sitting in the grass on this Sunday morning. Happy Easter. We're waking up to gray and gusty conditions, but the clouds look clear and the wind speeds will calm moving into midday. We'll see a touch more sun as our highs make it to the mid-60s. So better weather moving into this afternoon, and even better weather moving into the middle of the coming work week. After a cooler and cloudy Monday, I think you'll like what we have ahead Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll have the numbers for you in the AccuWeather forecast after the break.